Welcome back, boys and girls. For the past several weeks, we've been talking about our faith fathers and mothers. So we started with Abraham and Sarah. And if you remember, Abraham and Sarah were very, very old and didn't have a child of their own. God kept his promises to Abraham and Sarah, and they had Isaac. And Isaac means laughter because Sarah laughed when she heard she was having a child at 90 years old, and then laughed with joy when her son Isaac was born. Well, Isaac grew up and married Rebekah, and Rebekah was 60 years old when she finally had two boys, Esau and Jacob. And if you remember, Esau was born first, and he was kind of red and hairy, and he liked to be outside, he liked to hunt, he liked to do things with his father Isaac. And Jacob was born second, and he was dark-haired, and he liked to cook, he liked to stay in the tents with his mom, Rebekah. So they were very, very different, even though they were twins. And today we're going to hear about a birthright and a blessing. So let's turn to our storybook Bible, and then we'll read it out of our deep blue Bible and hear our story. So here's the picture. Jacob and Esau are grown up. And let's find out what happens. This is from Genesis chapter 25, verses 29 through 34. Esau and Jacob continued to grow up. One day, Esau returned home from hunting. Jacob was making lentil stew, and Esau was very, very hungry. "Can I have some lentil stew and some bread, Jacob?" Esau asked. "Sure, if you trade me your birthright for some stew," Jacob said. Esau thought about this. His birthright made him the leader of the family when they became grown-ups. That was several years away. He was hungry now. Did he really need to be the leader and get all of the family's treasures, or did he need to eat? "You can have my birthright," said Esau. "One bowl of stew coming right up," said Jacob. I wonder, do you think Esau should have agreed to Jacob's deal? Now let's read it from our deep blue Bible. When the young men grew up, Esau became an outdoorsman who knew how to hunt, and Jacob became a quiet man who stayed at home. Isaac loved Esau because he enjoyed eating game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was boiling stew, Esau came in from the field hungry and said to Jacob, "I'm starving. Let me devour some of this red stuff." And that's why his name is Edom. Jacob said, "Sell me your birthright today." Esau said, "Since I'm going to die anyway, what good is my birthright to me?" Jacob said, "Give me your word today." And he did. He sold his birthright to Jacob. So Jacob gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate, drank, got up, left, showing just how little he thought of his birthright. Now, if you pause the video, you can watch our video from the website. Well, thanks for joining me. Our words for today, our faith word is blessing. All the things God provides. And our memory verse, "I am with you now. I will protect you everywhere you go. Those are great to hear, aren't they? So, I wonder, why Jacob wanted the birthright. You know what the birthright gives you? The birthright gives you the ability to be head of the family and to receive all of the inheritance or money and property that your family has. And a birthright goes with a blessing. In order to have the birthright, you have to have a blessing. And what do you think? I wonder, do you think Esau prayed or talked to God before he gave up his birthright? Who do you think did the right thing in this story? Jacob for not giving Esau some bread and stew when he was hungry? Or Esau for giving up what was rightfully his? Those are hard choices. So I wonder, what's in the Wonder Box today? Here's our Wonder Box. So, I have a wooden spoon, and I have a soup ladle. Can you guess why those things were in the Wonder Box? Do you think Esau would have made a different choice if he had prayed? I think he would have. Do you think that you would give away your blessing or birthright if you were hungry? Would you have made the same decision as Esau? Well, now you can pause the video and watch our storybook. And when you come back, our storybook is Every Which Way to Pray by Joyce Meyer. Okay, let's say a prayer before we go. Dear God, thank you for hearing our prayers, even the ones we don't say out loud. Help us to be a blessing and share our blessing with others. Amen. I'll see you next week.